Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. I noticed that a lot of people just started watching the Boston butt video, so I'm going to focus more on like smoked meats, Boston butts, briskets, stuff like that. Today we're doing something I've only tried a couple of times, but it is better than brisket in my opinion. Brisket takes twice as long to cook and it's more finicky. Today we're going to be doing some beef ribs, and it's a lot cheaper. It's a way shorter cook time, and to me it rivals brisket if you do this right. So I'm going to get everything set up. I'm going to show you all the prep and everything, and then we're going to get these things on the smoker. Also, if you have any suggestions on what I should cook or something you want to see done, something you think I should try, put it down in the comments, like the video, please subscribe. You're helping me grow. I'm a small channel. I'm filming by myself. I'm editing everything myself, so it really helps and helps me to know that I'm doing good. And you know, if you have any suggestions, please comment down below and subscribe to the channel. But if you have any suggestions on what you want to see me smoke on this small pit boss here, just put it down in the comments, and I'll make a video about it. And here it is, folks. I know most people online say get a 3 rib, but my local butcher only had a 4 rib because he said that's how they come. So we're just going to go with this. I have cooked some cheaper versions of this, and it still turned out really good. So this is a way better quality. I tried to get a cheaper one just to see how it was going to do. I don't advise that. If you got the money, go ahead, go for quality. I would have, but I couldn't find a nicer quality one, so all I could do was go with what I had, because I was very curious. I've never smoked these before, but this one here is a lot better quality. It's not prime, but it is choice, so it should come out a little better. And I'm not joking when I say this thing rivals brisket in my opinion. I love it. Right now I'm just trimming this fat off of here, some of it, get a little of that silver skin off. But I'm going to continue doing this, and in just a few minutes I'm going to fast forward, and I'm going to show you how I do my seasoning. Got rid of our fat trimmings. This does look a little hacked up, but I'm not cooking for the Ritz-Carlton. I'm cooking for me and my wife for supper, so I'm not too worried about presentation or anything like that. What I do with this is very simple. I'm going to use Worcestershire as the binder, and then we're just going to add some salt and pepper to this thing, and it is going right on the smoker. So I'm just going to make sure that's coated real good. I know this has a big piece of fat right here, but I want it to cook a little evenly, and if I cut all that out, it'll be real thin. So I'm just gonna leave that fat there. We can deal with it when it gets done. But you can see how nicely like marbled this is. So you don't really have to do a whole lot of like trying to tenderize the meat, because it's already going to be tender. It's going to be juicy. It's going to be good. Cut all these sides. And we're going to go in with some coarse ground black pepper. And get a healthy dose of that. I don't season the bottom where the bones are. It's going to have enough flavor being right there, and you're not going to eat the bones, so there's no really good reason to season that part, so I don't do it. Make sure you do get these ends though, because there's a lot of meat right there, and you're going to feel real bad if you bite into some that you didn't get seasoned well. Normally I'd go with a coarse salt, but all I got is this here, so this is what we're going to go with today. Don't be afraid to put salt on a big piece of meat like this, because it takes a lot to salt this all the way through. So you really, it's hard to overdo it. I mean, you can, but you much prefer to have it a little salty than real bland. I'm going to let this set up for just a few minutes. The grill is pretty much ready, and then we're going to throw this thing on there, and then we'll check back in just a little while. Alright, so we are going to get these put on the smoker. Man, that looks good. I'm going to put it down here on this end. It's a little cooler on this end, so I got it on 300 right now. It's probably going to take about 4 or 5 hours. The last time I did these, I did it for about 4. They're real good, but they weren't quite as tender as I was expecting or wanting them to be. So we're going to do this for just probably an hour longer, but we're going to keep a check on this. Again, I don't really go for temperature. I want to make sure it's done, but I mainly want it to be tender. I want it to be probe tender. And even though this is a beef rib and people like to cook ribs differently, I want this to be tender, more like a brisket or something than I would be a little like chewy, I guess. So I'll keep y'all updated on how this is going, and we'll check back in a couple hours. All right, we are a couple hours in, and man, this is looking really good. We're gonna do a little spritz with some apple cider vinegar, just to just on the top here. This side over here, that's a big piece of fat there. And I did leave it on, but you can see it's pulling back off them bones pretty good. I'm gonna flip it around because it looks like this side's getting a little hotter. So I'm gonna flip it around, and maybe we get a little draw back on this side, and get a little more even cook. But we'll check back in a little while. I went back and looked, and this actually does have good pullback on this side. You just couldn't see it because, but I did turn them around. I did turn the grill down just a little bit. I don't want to cook them too fast, but I'm gonna let these things go for probably another hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm not gonna wrap them. I'm not a huge fan of wrapping anything on the smoker, but I'll show you how these look when we get them off and cut into them, and show y'all what that looks like. All right, cook these things, and Got them wrapped up for a little while, and we're fixing to cut into them and see how they are. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Oh man, they've rested, so they're kind of cool right now, so all the juices aren't just like flowing out of it, but you can see all that fat in there. Nice, good smoke ring. Got a great bark, and you know, a pellet smoker, it doesn't turn it black like a offset smoker does normally, but it's got a great smoke ring on it, and this is about to be good. So I appreciate y'all watching. Like I said in the beginning, if y'all can think of anything that you want to see me do, then comment down below. And if you've got any ideas or tips, just let me know. I'm happy to implement whatever is best. So y'all let me know, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.